Hello everyone, it's Henry here from Henry Creations. Welcome to the fourth and last free YouTube workshop. We're not going to be painting today actually, we're going to be gluing, assembling, doing a little bit of electronics, and our special guest today is none other than Franky Built. Frank is just an amazing maker. He's grown so much and he shares everything that he has learned and everything that he just experienced with. So if you, so many people ask me every day, because they're like, oh, I don't have a 3D printer, they go to my shop on Etsy and they're like, oh, can you print this for me? I don't have a 3D printer, how much is it going to be? And I'm like, dude, just get an industry. Subscribe to Franky Built on YouTube, because he has all the good stuff. He has how to use an industry, how to use Cura, how to use this CR10, so many different printers that he's basically tested them all. So he has every single step when it comes to printing your first helmet, your first sword, anything you can think of, he's already done it. So and he'll walk you through the mistakes that he made and how you can avoid those. So he's one of those guys that he's not afraid to fail, and in fact he shows you when he fails, so you can understand the why, and he'll save you so much time. It's just like, sometimes there's not enough information on YouTube, even if it's such a big network. There's not a lot of information about, even sanding. You type in sanding, 3D printed props, and you see the acetone bath, you see just sandpaper and stuff. But he has all these crazy cool videos about power tools and how you can save so much time. And in fact, for the hammer, which I have right here, and it's already painted, I was trying to sand it by hand, and since it's just a big box, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get a power tool, and it was done in 5 minutes. So guys, follow him, subscribe to his YouTube channel, follow him on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. He's everywhere, and he just moved, and so he has a lot of knowledge about building a workshop that we're going to be talking about today. So guys, without further ado, give it up to Franky Built. Hey Frank, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good, man. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure, man. I remember we did a live stream on Instagram, what, 6 months ago, 7 months ago, and it was not enough.
I think it was
longer than that.
It was a while
Jesus,
ago.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And yeah, I remember that was not enough. We need, and I remember because you do a lot of, in fact, weekly, a lot of YouTube live streams, and I was looking at ways to kind of do this, but in a bigger, more professional, cooler looking, high quality format. And just looking at your live streams and how people connect, and it's just crazy. It's a huge inspiration. So thank you very much, man.
No problem, man. It's been evolving, and I'm hoping now that we're in the new place, the live streams can be even better. They can be more interactive, and just a lot of plans. There's a lot of plans in the pipeline for the new room. There's not much here right now. There just one lonely little artillery hornet that I built last night, and yeah, all I have right now is my suit here, as you can see.
That's amazing.
Sitting behind me.
Yeah. Well,
and we're managing.
It's now you should change your name from Franky Built. This is going to be a bad dad joke, but to Franky Rebuilt. You're going to be rebuilding everything.
That might be a good title for a video. Franky Rebuilt. Okay, I kind of like that.
But it's gonna be so motivating to see something that was pretty much almost an empire. You had tons of printers and tons of materials, furniture, props like swords, suits, commissions, helmets.
Yeah.
To kind of take all that and move it across continents and start all over again. That's going to be, especially for me, because I have to move by the end of the year, so it's going to be really inspiring. I'm going to be watching all your videos on how to build a proper workshop, and I'm sure that thousands of people will see them too and get inspired by. So yeah, man, just thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you for showing us all this, because people need to get inspired. We're getting lazier day by day, so thank you.
No problem, man. It's fun. When it stops being fun, then that's when I'll have to kind of reevaluate things. But I know not everybody moves all their stuff across the ocean. Not everybody has this many printers. Not everybody has this many big props. So I've been documenting it all. I have a series coming out on YouTube next,
yeah.
and it's about the whole move, and it's about packing up the house, packing up the suit, closing up the rooms, just what that kind of all entails. And while I'm here, I'm also filming, building the new workshop, picking out new tools, that sense of permanence, which is going to be really fun because at the old place, I always knew I was going to have to leave. There was a time limit. There was a big clock in my head. Hey, you leave October or May 2021. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Now here we have a house, so I can get bigger things like a air compressor for the shop. I can get better shelving. I can renovate. I can do a lot bigger stuff, and I have more room. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of fun and big plans for all of it. So I've been trying to document as much as I could. Going to Lowe's, going to Walmart, buying all the cheap tools at Harbor Freight. What's good, what's not, what works for me. I have to rebuy. I have no spray paint, none, no
Wow.
paint of any
And you
type.
have so much.
I had to sell it all.
Because you can't ship that,
So-
yeah, because it's chemicals and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm starting from scratch. Like the suit took some damage in shipping.
Yeah.
I haven't shown anybody yet, but
Oh, guys, get ready, exclusive. Oh yeah, look at that, it's beautiful.
the shin broke in half.
Oh.
This is one of my original welds from when I built the suit, and it broke in transit. So
You're gonna be repairing
I
it?
can't get this paint anymore.
Oh, right.
So yeah, so that's going to be interesting to deal with. I can weld it back together, obviously, but there's going to be a seam line there. So
You might as well
kind of bummed.
rebuild it. Yeah.
I will. It will be frankly rebuilt.
That's the first one for the first episode.
It's trending on Twitter.
Wow, like I can't imagine like if one of the things that I'm scared of, first off, because I have metal in all of the big props, so I'm not sure if I can take that to conventions around the world, but I'm scared that they'll break, during the flight. So I always try to engineer ways to kind of make it unbreakable, and it was definitely the goal with this new hammer. But yeah, I look forward to seeing like if you do remake that Shin Guardian or anything that broke in the ornament. So it'll be so cool because I remember like every time something fails, the second time you go at it, you're like, oh no, I have to do this again. But then it just turns out so much better, and you learn so much that you're gonna have that feeling of need to remake the whole suit. I think.
Yeah, tell me about it. There's a lot that's broke on it right now. Just from the last time I wore it for that photo shoot I did with that Spider-Man dude, Colin Cosplay. Some things broke. The Velcro on the waist kind of snapped. And yeah, so there were just a couple little bits and bobs that need adjustment, but there's always improvements to be made, that are constantly, I don't like how this fits, the fingers get damaged from moving, wire management, just motion, so that I could rattle off a list of 50 things I already want to fix. Now there's 2 more with the shin broken and the arc reactor broken. So.
Yeah, like it happens to me too, like in fact, there's a good example now with the Black Widow batons. Gonna show you guys. By the way, I should be having gloves on. Hang on, because I've wetted these with oil paint, so they take like 3 days to dry. So, like I'm constantly blowing air at the hammer to kind of get that dust off. But yeah, so these. I don't even fit in the frame, but these are the LED Black Widow batons, and there's a rod that goes from here to the top, so it kind of stays together, and also it's a hollow rod, so that the wires can go down, right? And here,
that's smart.
Thanks, man. Let's see, you guys can see it. Here is the, in fact, lower than that, and I up the ISO. There we go. So here there is a hole, right? This is where the button goes. And if I pick up, you have the link, right, on YouTube, so you can see it with a delay, right? At least you can see it. So this one has the button on. So this button goes all the way until past the middle of the cylinder. And I could have made this bigger, but I didn't want to scale them up too much. So this rod kind of has to stop here, so there's not a lot of room to kind of secure it well in place. So I could go down further and then drill a hole in the rod so I can put the button in with the wires, if that makes sense. And the thing is, my Dremel broke. So I'm like, oh no. I can't do this. So I have to kind of stop it here because I don't have another one and I can't drill that and we don't have time. So maybe if I can open this, kind of, I won't glue it too much. I can open it, repeat it another day and change it. So constantly thinking about how I messed up, how I can do it better, and that feeling is preventing me from making more diverse props. It's all the same ones.
That's definitely something I've learned, because obviously, like, I made a lot of the same helmets. I haven't redone many props, but you always find a way to upgrade them. And if I was to, like, making Star Boost, my second Iron Man suit, it's already going so much smoother now than the Mark 85 because I've made those mistakes on this suit. So it's just been. I wish I could redo the whole suit, but you know how much time that would take. So I need to translate that onto Star Boost, and I think Star Boost is going to come out better, even though the 85 is my favorite suit. By nature of learning and improving your processes, Star Boost will probably end up being nicer, more comfortable, better to wear, more gimmicks, better paint, and it's printed stronger too. So.
But that Mark 85 is going to hold that special, like, emotional connection. It's hard to beat.
Breaks or damage is always a great way to learn more. Exactly. The PLA, my PLA welding tutorial, right? That I made that because my suit fell over when I was building it, and the chest plate and the abs shattered because at the time all I was using was super glue and like surface welding. Like I had only done like the PLA welding like on the surface because that's what people said to do. Yeah. And then it fell over and shattered, and I'm like, well, that didn't work. I need something stronger. And so I was like, what if I just melt through the whole seam and melt them together? It's plastic. It's plastic. Like it melts. It's fine.
And you can put more on. So I remember watching the video. I watched it like a month ago actually, and I remember because like if you just weld the front, it's gonna bend. It's gonna be easier to bend that way, and that's what happened. But if you do the back too. Now it has two areas where there's support, but if you go through the entire thing, it's everywhere. So that is the best.
Exactly.
That's.
It's stronger.
It is.
I mean, you're making one solid piece of plastic by doing that, which is that's always going to be better than an epoxy. There might be cleanup.
It's the same material,
but it's a give and take.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if it's the same material, it's just like. It's like what they do. People do with the resin prints. They just put a little bit of resin, they stick them together, and then they cure the whole seam. It's the same thing, but with a soldering iron.
That.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
It makes
I have
sense.
a resin printer now. I have two, and
I can't wait.
If resin printing has taught me one thing so far, it's that I'm very good at FDM printing.
It happened to me too. I was like, I couldn't get it right. Yeah. But then you learn.
I've had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've had 6 failed resin prints so far.
Oh yeah, you'll get to 15. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
I tried printing a helmet first.
Oof.
I got too ambitious there. I didn't use enough supports. It fell off. So now I'm printing my Guardians of the Galaxy Power Orb. Yeah. And that's actually coming out okay.
I think that's an easier print though. Like it's smaller, it's cylindrical. It doesn't have a lot of like overhangs. I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna start doing things.
It's the supports. Yeah. I'm trying to save on supports, and I'm realizing you can't do that. You need to use a lot of supports, and I need to get used to that.
The thing is, you have to learn how to take them off properly. And what I found for me, like the best tip anyone has ever given me, from a guy by the name of Rick Props on Instagram, he said, 3 little supports close to each other is the same thing as one big one, but that one big one is going to leave a huge hole. It's going to be hard to remove, and those 3, are going to be super easy to remove. So the combined strength of 3 or 4 or 5 you know, is going to be way better than just one that is huge. So just place tiny ones
That's a
like
good
boom,
point.
boom, 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 a little space, boom, 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 and then you put in the IPA for like 10 minutes, take it off, go to the sink, wait for it to dry, kind of like get rid of all the leftover resin. Go put the faucet on hot, and when it's like really hot, put it like over a second, and then peel off it. They just come off with no holes, none of that. And if they come off with a little bit of support, it's just a little thing that you can sand over, and you won't have any marks
Yeah.
because it's the little thing that just protrudes. So just sand it, and that'll be it. Yeah, that's the best tip I've ever been given.
Geeky Pete, I see you in the chat. Listen, I printed A and B this time. They failed though. I think my adhesion was too. I didn't have. For some reason, I used supports on the bottom of them when it's a flat bottom, which was a dumb idea. But again, I'm learning
Yeah.
resin now.
different.
But I got the outer rings done, and then the orbs themselves are curing right now. I've got a little UV lamp,
Yeah.
and then I got to resend the inners, and we'll. It's different. It's a different beast for sure, and it is messy.
Yeah,
Ugh,
I mean, it takes a
it
while.
is.
It's like when you're cutting chicken and different things. There's cross contamination. You need to make sure that you don't touch like things with like uncured resin, and like you don't touch it with your bare hands. It's really tricky. Hi, Sammy. Hello.
I'm gonna be honest. So I've gotten it all over my hands so far.
Yeah, well, be
I-
careful, man. Like that takes a toll.
Yeah, I'm trying to be careful.
Like, yeah, if you're not already, you should subscribe to Uncle Jesse on YouTube, and also 3D Printing Pro. He's a pro about like resin printing. He's a little bit about you. He knows a lot about like so much about settings and like how to get the print perfect, and he knows all that, but just about resin printing. So he will test a lot of things. Like he's crazy about testing with different settings and stuff. So yeah, like also I follow, and it's really useful so far.
Let's see. How's this look? What's going on
Hey
here?
Frank, I have a question.
I just commissioned a friend to model me a really cool project.
Oh yeah.
That I can't. It's meant for my resin printers. It needs to be resin printed because of what it is. But I can't talk about it.
Oh yeah. No exclusive this time. Someone asked you, hey Frank, I have a question. I am printing my first Iron Man helmet. At the moment, do you have any tips? Yeah, go to his YouTube channel.
Toby,
Yeah.
I got tons of tips. My God, my man. Yeah. What do you want to know?
Like there's so much to talk about there.
How to size it, how to paint it, how to motorize it, how to do the eyes, electronics, how many times you're gonna fail printing it. Like, what do you want to know?
How many times have you failed? Like this, there's a number on everything, you know.
That's it.
Yeah.
Your failure is an option.
Yeah.
Jeet, hi Jeet, what's up, dude? Jeet here is the guy who modeled my Vormir.
Oh, yeah.
My little Vormir model
Oh, that's
for me.
amazing! I love
That's
that
him.
one. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
Do you have a specific brand of masking tape or type for very small parts, or do you have any other masking methods? Also, hi Frank and Henry. So I think that's for both of us.
Yeah.
I use super cheap masking tape when I can, but for very nice fine edges, I use frog tape, that green stuff. I'm not sure what Henry uses.
No idea.
He does a lot smaller detail than me.
No idea. Like, in fact, I'm trying to stay away from from masking tape. I'll explain why in a second. I hate it. Okay, I hate it. I can't. I'm not good at it, and I'll never will be. My hands are naturally shaky, so it's really tricky for me to do to mask something correctly.
I think like it's an accessibility thing. Like you can get the same tape I do or that he has, but you might find some tape that's at like a local store that works a billion times better for you, or it's cheaper, or you just have to play around. You have to hunt basically.
Yeah. I think that's it. You have to try for yourself and see. There's no master tip. The master tip is just experience, practice. Henry, have you tried
Yeah,
using
exactly.
carbon fiber for
It's
the
what works for you in the end.
Yeah. Kelly.
Like people ask, like, what's the best printer? It's like the best printer is the printer that works for you. You know,
Yeah.
like there is no best.
Exactly. Yeah. Like anything, like in any area of life, you have to master your own thing. You know. There's no, like, you can ask for techniques about like, painting techniques. I can show you, but until you do that yourself, you're not going to be able to take that in and like use it. You have to also do it your own way. Like there are no equal paint jobs. They're all different. Like it's very random too. So like just test and see what works for you. Kelly asked me if I'm using any carbon fiber rods for the inside of the batons. I would if I could find them, but I can't.
Yeah, carbon fiber support rods would be amazing, but man, those would be expensive. Yeah. Masking is the bane of my existence when it comes to the parts like your batons. Yeah, that's why I hand paint a lot of stuff when it comes to the small details. Sometimes hand painting can save you a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Toby, how to motorize it and what paint are you using? I'll plug myself if Henry doesn't mind. I have a whole video on motorization. I'm working on the third one for Arduinos and stuff, and then I have an entire video about all the different paints I've used.
Oh, sweet.
But I would very much recommend getting it printed and getting it to fit you nicely first.
Yeah.
And then motorizing it, messing with it. Maybe you don't have to motorize it. Maybe you just do a magnetic, faceplate for a little bit, and then you paint it, and then you baby steps.
Yeah. Don't try to do all at once.
Fail. Wow, I've been enjoying the file, but I've been holding off because it might be whippable in the movie. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. The suit has a view now, eh, Frank? Yeah, we're on the second floor again, but he's chilling.
Yeah, look at this. Like I'm gluing or pre-gluing the leather straps, and I'm basically doing just one edge. I'm gonna do that all the way up. Why? Because I've done this 3 times now. So I know that this epoxy glue, I can't do it without getting the stuff everywhere. And I don't want to ruin my perfect metallic sheen, So I'm just going to slowly build it up. I'll of course do like up until here, then we'll move on to something else, and I'll do that off camera. You get the idea. Once this is dry, this wraps all around it, and then it meets that same seam. So I'm trying to do it all as perfectly as I can. And since this was painted with Alumilasta, I don't want to get anything on top of my beautiful chevrons. Yeah.
Do you guys have any recommendations on who to follow to help a beginner start airbrushing? I do not. He might.
Yeah. So my buddy Daryl from off__earth on Instagram, he is actually doing a lot of tutorials now, painting tutorials. So you can also watch the previous live streams. I've been painting the Black Widow batons, and I'm going to show you a close-up so you can see these guys. They have a ton of different finishes, materials as in like fictional or like not real materials, they're just painted, but different finishes, right, for metals and stuff, different coats and stuff. I've used masking tools so I can just use the airbrush all the time. Because I hate tape, so there's a lot of like weathering techniques. I teach you how to use the Lumilasta, the Imperial Surface Paint, the expensive one, arc lap paints, spray paints, 2K clear coat. You can see this is kind of glossy. This is also glossy, but it still holds the metallic sheen. So I show you how to achieve super realistic metallic finishes. So you can watch the previous live streams as well. I teach you also how to use basic airbrush from Amazon. So, yep.
I just got myself a very nice, cheap Harbor Freight HVLP gun that I'm very, very excited to
amazing
start messing with.
That is great. How wide is the nozzle?
I want to say 1.8, if that makes sense.
Millimeters?
I don't know if that makes sense.
That's a lot. Maybe 0.8. That's the perfect, I think, for props.
Maybe.
Oh, so many questions. Like this is wow. I've got. I don't know if I've skipped, but I've got to buy that Mjolnir steel. Looks so good. Thank you. Message me on Instagram or just go to my shop. This is not on my shop. This is the newer version, and I didn't put it there. I sold it on Instagram for a few days, so just message me. Still finishing on with the Stonebreaker. I'm like 85. You're taking me way too long. Just get on it, man. Just you'll love it. You'll learn so much. That's smart. Why didn't I think of that?
That's
It
smart.
looks messy with the epoxy.
Kind of messing with the epoxy glue. If I had to go over and paint hide the mess, Henry's masking fluid for the batons is fantastic. I will watch the previous. Yeah, masking fluid. I gotta use that stuff more.
Yeah.
Liquid
That's
mask.
great. I used it for the mandibles of the Black Widow batons. Just for these these cylinders here. I used tape for the actual like teeth or whatever that is, and then I use masking fluid for that because it just wants to go towards the edges. So just put a big blob and it'll expand and it'll fill that perfect circle. So it's really easy to use, you know, and it's great to use in summer.
Try learning to arrange resin parts is something else.
Holy detail, Batman. Thanks. Henry, would you not? You won't be better to use contact glue that goes well on hot salt. No, I hate
Is there
contact cement.
auto?
It doesn't work for props. Sorry, maybe for foam, but not props.
Ooh, that's a cool feature. Auto align. Ooh, that worked very nicely. Chitter box is weird.
Which one?
Henry's Chitter box.
Ah, Shitter box.
Holy detail, Batman. Yeah, you're not kidding, G. Henry would not be better to use contact glue that goes and holds.
Yeah.
Nope, sorry.
I mean, contact cement is more for foam and things that are more flexible, and like, yeah, they are like they can bend and stuff. This is not it. Epoxy glue is your best friend for this, but it takes a long time. You know, just be patient with it. Try to be clean. So I'm gonna leave that there, and when Frank goes, I'll continue with this. All right. I'm gonna show you the pommel, also painted with Alumilas that came out beautiful, and I'm gonna show you the strap. The strap I sewed it. It was just a piece of fake leather, and I folded it onto itself. So the seam is right there in the middle. Then sewed all these guys, and then hand stitched these crosses on the inside. And then here they are. You can see, man. That's up the ISO. Here they meet here, and they're sewed onto each other. And then I drilled a hole through them, where the rod, it's like a threaded rod, goes through, and then I clamp it with a nut. So the whole rod holds the whole hammer, and that's why you can spin it and disassemble it if you want to. But yeah, let's move on to a different thing. Let's show you the head of the hammer. Oh Jesus! Okay, let's show you.
There's so many parts.
Yeah, there's so many, and you can see.
That hammer. My God, look at that thing.
It's
Might as well be real metal.
this is a Lubelaster as well, and I used the paint gun to clear coat it. Still not really good at the paint gun, but you can see the camera there. But yeah, I weathered it with oil paints for like this, with black and stuff, and then alcohol inks to create that breakup effect. I don't know if you can see it, but there is maybe on the top or maybe on the bottom. In fact,
That's incredible.
thank you, man.
I want to print a Mjolnir on my resin out of resin.
Oh yeah, that no sanding whatsoever. That'll be great. I printed in resin the runes here, and then all of the handle. Also, we have the cylinder, and I have to redo one stage, so I might do it now. I've made custom tools for the Dremel, or for the drill, so I can just do the
No way.
you know what I mean. I've shown this on the other live streams, but I'm gonna redo that stage because it's not strong enough. Also, so,
Yeah.
so you guys can see. Alright, this is the.
What to do? Maxing out the build plate. Central hub? Oh, that's way too big.
So,
Bolts. 16 pieces. Oh my lord. What have you done to me? Pieces, it's insane.
how many pieces? And what?
Let's see. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 40 pieces. And it's a small prop. It's probably not much bigger than a Mjolnir, but
Whoa.
there's a lot. Just, it's detail, and it'll come out better and easier to paint if I can paint everything different, you know, keep some parts here, some blues, some metals, and then put it all together.
Yeah. Alright, that's done. This was a great idea to make this tool.
That's smart.
I also made a few more. They're also attachments for the drill. And bless you, man. And they're buried here in my magic box.
Talking about metal paints, do you have some paint or technique for finishing 3D prints like white metal props?
Yeah, like steel.
I am actually working on a keyblade that's all white metal. Like it's like a super bright silver off-white metal, and I want it to look like that. So I'm experimenting with ideas.
Nice.
But ooh, look at that.
You see the diameter that goes like the highlight, right?
Yeah.
Like when you machine a piece out of aluminium or steel, it's just the same. So that.
Yeah, it's like the brush, like the milled brush look.
And I did that for all the cylindrical pieces. Yeah.
I think you need to chill out. Wow.
So guys, if you want to learn about this, go check out the previous episodes. It's all there. And no one does this the same way that I do, because we all have a different way. So when the way I do it, because I studied video games and I studied the real properties of the material, so that's what I based it off of. So guys, if you want to learn that, just check out the other episodes. What up? Tutorials are really helping me out. You're awesome. I think that's for you, because I don't have any tutorials, or just a few. Thanks for reminding the thing.
That's
No.
Yeah, Jeet wants to quit.
No, don't. No, we're a team here, Jeet. Don't quit. Don't quit. All right.
Jeet, I was showing your work to my wife today. I showed her that mask you sent me, and just,
yeah, man. Great.
We
work.
talked about you, but it was all good.
Great work, man, and a lot of progress too. And that's what matters, you know. We're all in different stages, and no one is better than the other. You know, just we're all in different techniques, different stages, different tastes. So you know, it's all good.
Yeah.
We're all the same.
I'm actually trash. Just people keep subscribing.
That's because you're not trash. Like, and that's what I like about you so much, because you show everything. You know, nothing is left out. And like, just because you started during lockdown, didn't you?
I started before that, but lockdown is when I was like, I really went whole hog into sharing it with people. Like, hey, people like really are interested in this stuff. Like, I'm not the only one apparently. So yeah, maybe this is worth, because before lockdown, I was only posting updates about the suit and like an occasional tutorial, but it definitely wasn't the ride it's been. You know, it wasn't all in like it's been, and now we're here.
It's crazy. So inspiring, man.
I'm happy with it just because of all the people I've met.
Right.
Like, that's what's been the coolest thing about this, is the like people like you, like the friends I've made. That's something that if it all went up in smoke tomorrow and like everything got deleted, or you know, I
Yeah.
still like be proud like of the people I met and the friends I have because of this now, and I like that. I think I like that part the most.
Yeah,
Um,
it's incredible. Like 2 years ago, because I started in 2019. I joined my masters to make the Stonebreak, and then I started that. So I would have never imagined that I would be connecting with all sorts of people, different backgrounds, different hobbies. We're all experts, in different areas.
it's
It's crazy.
it's incredible.
Yep.
It's incredible the people like who I call like now like a few people like in the Iron Legion, people like Emily or Danny or Kiara, like I'm like really good friends with them now, and I think beyond just like a random internet acquaintance,
Yeah, it's crazy.
like like me and Emily finally met up, and
Oh
it
yeah,
was like we had been friends for like a year or so.
that's
It was like,
amazing.
hey, what's up?
That's
It
amazing.
wasn't weird. It just we got along. It was great.
That is amazing. Like I saw the videos. That was so funny. Like stealing each other's helmets.
Yeah, it was the whole day was fun. We went out, got food, like, and then like our spouses finally met too. So like it was just, and then we had some other friends go out with us. So it was a fun night.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's incredible. If you guys don't know who we're talking about, Emily the engineer, Emily.the.engineer on Instagram. I think that's her name tag, but correct me if I'm wrong. So
It's something like that.
yeah, so she is an engineer that makes Iron Man suits as well, and she has really funny videos. Yeah, so go check her out. She's really great. She just made the.
She's very very good at the TikTok thing.
Yeah, oh
very,
yeah,
very
yeah.
good.
Yeah, like I remember, like she went viral with the Iron Man. Like she was making, what was it, the rescue? It was a blue one, and yeah, she went viral, and that's how I discovered her. So a really good find.
Is
Yeah,
that the cover for this hub? Am I crazy? Oh, so that needs to be transparent. I'm still trying to dissect like what parts go where and how this all goes together.
Yeah.
Because I need to print some parts in it in clear resin.
Oh yeah, that's important.
So the inner parts of those get cleared, and then that doesn't. So that has a cap somewhere. What the heck does that go to? What are you? You're the bottom of the handle. So that's for electronics. All right, I think this is it for this printer.
Let me give you the
Oh,
big screen. I'm not an engineer by profession. I am an engineer. Oh, I studied engineering. I studied computer engineering, which is not like mechanical engineering or aerospace engineering. It's more like programming. But the main, like, you get the same brain when you walk out if you do it right. So I've been using all the knowledge that I have from that. All the organization, everything that I know about engineering for 3D printing. So combining everything I am into one profession. I love that helmet.
And I'm just some weeb who makes stuff in his room. That's about it.
Oh yeah. It just snaps so easy. Oh man, it's so clean.
We're just gonna chill here like this.
I have my respirator and you have your Iron Man helmet. I want yours. I hate mine.
Yeah, I can't. I'm surprised you don't have one yet.
I haven't made any Iron Man anything. Yeah, I'm kind of starting to get, the need for it, because I think every time I saw your damaged helmet, I would kind of try and do something like similar because I love it.
That's my favorite.
I love it. If it was one of your first ones, right?
Honestly, yeah, which is kind of weird to think about because of how kind of difficult it turned into, but
Yeah.
yeah, it stemmed off of a request. I was just trying to sell a few helmets on Instagram, and somebody messaged me and was like, "Hey man, can you do like a battle damaged helmet? I want the 85."
And that's how it happened.
Yeah, and that's kind of where it started. And I actually took a deposit from him. Like, I've never done any type of battle damaging. So, like, if you just pay for materials, we'll test it out. But,
Yeah.
And he was willing. He's like, yeah, dude. Like, he's like, yeah, try it out. And it's in England,
Trust.
actually, a guy there. So he has my original battle damaged helmet.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
But then I got to redo it. Then I got to make a new one that was even better, and that's the one I currently
Oh
have.
yeah.
So like, I'll always I kind of will make a new one, and then whichever one comes out best, I'll keep that one and sell the other one.
Yeah.
Same with Stormbreaker actually. I made a couple other Stormbreakers, and one of them started to come out better, but I kind of messed something up on it. So I kind of weathered it more than I would have liked, and then I ended up selling that one too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You can just repeat, sell, repeat, and you learn something
Yes,
new with
yeah,
each one,
exactly.
and that money you can use it, you know, to fund your next Stormbreaker and you know any of your dreams.
The rim, interior side B. What's going on here? Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay. I need to make this hollow. Hopefully that works.
One thing though,
then I need to
they can't see your screen. I don't know if you're sharing. I wish they could, but they can't. So you're gonna have to kind of like.
Yeah, I can't share my screen. I can't let you guys see the parts.
Yeah. Because I haven't found a way to do
Like I
that
said-
yet.
I would have to share it on Skype, so it would replace my screen.
I think so.
I can do it.
think so. Like I think the OBS will kind of understand that. You can try and see what happens.
Let's see. And then I'll make this hollow too.
No, it's not picking it up. It's just picking up your camera. Let's see. Maybe I can do something here. So this is you. Maybe.
Hey, would you consider having actual sparks on the baton? I had an idea about that. That'd be pretty cool. The Iron Man suit is not one I'm gonna do. Endgame Thor is where I'm stuck. Endgame Thor is awesome. Endgame Thor is
Yeah, Viking Thor. Love it.
But yeah, that's more right. That's closer to like good old big Viking Thor.
Yeah.
Let's
Hello
see,
there.
Let's see. Okay, so
Hello there. Henry, do you consider having an actual yeah. I know you use the what's it called? That thing that you rub it against concrete and stuff and it will kind of create sparks. People do it with the tips of the lightsabers, but if I do that, these will the mandibles will break. So these have LEDs, and I thought about creating a mini custom, a micro custom smoke machine, which with a resistor on the tip and some cotton, and to overheat the resistor and make that hopefully not burn the baton, but I haven't figured out yet. The math is simple, but I have to figure out how to properly install everything, so it's secure, and that is not something that I would sell the files of, too dangerous, too dangerous.
no, that's fair.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and sort of the LEDs.
I need support for this. All right, this is terrifying. 3 hours. That's it for all of this.
It's crazy, and you can fill the entire the entire bed per se of the resin printer, and it'll still take the same amount of time. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's the first layer that's weird, the way that it's facing. So that works, and then the second layer expands. So it's not perfectly flat. And then that just starts from midair. Ooh, that's not gonna work.
I wish I had, in fact, do I have them? My helping hands? I don't think so. Maybe I do, but I don't know where they are. That's the question. Huh. Because that comes in handy when soldering, and maybe I'll look for them later on. I'm going to try and solder these two LEDs together. Oh, I should have my helping hands with me. Let's see if I can find them.
You have to find them. Let's see. Why didn't this lay flat? What is happening here? You're flatten on face. Alright. There. Ah! No. That was bad. No! No! What's happening? So, it just undid everything. Why?
I hate that. And tutor box doesn't work really well when it comes to that.
It just like just messed up everything. I need to get these on the printer too. Like these are kind of a top priority thing. If those are good, those are good, those are good. There's no way that would ever survive. I wish things could print like that. Really sweet. Full range. Yep.
So I don't know where I put my helping hand. Maybe they're upstairs. I'll try and look for them later on. Let's continue gluing the hammer bits. The leather bits. Sorry, soldering iron. I'll play with you later on.
Behold one small dot transformer, basically making a taser. Welcome to Resin Printing, Frank. Yeah, welcome. It's tricky. It's definitely knowing what to make solid versus not, and digging out holes, but then realizing like, oh, that part isn't gonna print. You know, that part's unprintable because I just made it hollow, and that's what I just did.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes you can't anticipate some things, you know. Like I try to model everything so it prints as it is. So if something needs to be hollow, I'll just model it hollow, so I can control. I have more control, right? But that's not the way with resin printing. And I thought that modeling something for FDM would be exactly like optimal for FDM would be the same as for resin printing, but it isn't. You know, most of the times it is, and it all depends on the orientation of the parts. Like all these things, I mean, the batons are optimal for resin printing. The hammer is for anything, but you can't avoid supports with resin printing, and I've always tried to avoid them for FDM. So that was kind of like a slap in the face, sort of. Like, no, you will do it. You will waste material, and I'm like, no, I don't want to.
That's exactly what I'm fighting. I'm fighting that FDM try to save on support kind of mentality, and it's not going to work. I have to get over it.
And also
this is a weird one. So it does a ring, and it layers it up.
Are you going to try the Epax resin?
That might survive. I don't see why that wouldn't survive. It's this handle that I'm worried about.
What was the first thing you printed in resin, Frank? That failed.
I tried printing a helmet.
Oh, yeah.
I have, these are my two first successful resin prints right here, the rings to the orb. Because I was printing stuff that didn't have enough of a footprint, you know? Yeah. So they just kept popping off. But
you have to start small and then work your way up with resin printing.
What's that?
You have to start small and then go, your way up with resin printing.
Yeah. Boom boom hammer. What was the first thing you printed on resin? Oh, hey man, I know you were.
For me, what was it? I can't remember. Oh yeah, the cartridges of the Starlord blasters. It was on my friend's resin, on the Elegoo Mars Pro, and it was with the Elegoo clear resin because I needed vases in clear resin, so I could fill them with epoxy and things and effects and stuff. And that worked so well that I fell in love with it, and then I got my own Elegoo Mars 2 Pro, and I have managed to pre-order the Sonic 8K. So really happy about that. Yeah, I'm gonna make the Winter Soldier arm, the new one. Same idea that this from the Skill Armor, but better. I've learned a lot. So I'm doing that for a few clients. all at once. So I'm doing the 3D file, which will not be available. It'll be just for them. And it's going to be, yeah, in silicone, but then the next version, the ultimate version, is going to have moving plates, or like, yeah, the metal like things on top that move and stuff. I'm going to replicate that. So we'll see how that turns out. Like, I've been studying, you know, mechanics and things, and studying the human body anatomy and how it moves and stuff. So I can, because in the show it's CGI, and that is magic. It always works, you know, and you can see the pixels stretching and bending in ways that they shouldn't, you know. So I'm gonna try and do that, but like how it would be. And I don't care if I compromise the design. At that point, you know, it's going to be my functional.
G asked, number one rule of printing.
You subscribe to Franky.
Get used to fail.
Yeah, that too.
Get used to failures.
Don't be afraid
I
of
think
failing.
If more people had that expectation, and it sucks to say, but like, you know, I'll have people jump in my, like, they'll message me and say, hey, I see you printed a suit, I see you printed this, that. They'll only see a couple of my videos, or they'll only see a couple posts, and I think at a glance I might paint the wrong picture of 3D printing, where it's like, look at all this stuff he made. This must be easy. Look, I can go and do this.
Yeah, can you do it for $100 bucks?
You gotta pump the brakes a little bit, and like, you're gonna fail. You're gonna have issues. You're going to mess up. You're gonna get frustrated. Your printer's gonna break. You're gonna drop something. Your paint's gonna get messed up. Like, there are so many more things that can go wrong, that can go right. It's inevitable. So if you prepare for that and use it as a learning experience,
yeah, expect
you're better off.
And like, welcome the failure. Write down the things that you have learned from it, so you apply it to the next one. You know.
Maybe that needs to be a shirt on my. I'll put it on my shop. It'll be like, "Welcome to 3D printing. Prepare to fail." You know, something like that.
My name is Franky Build. Welcome to 3D printing. Prepare to fail.
Yeah, you are prepared to waste filament.
Yeah. There are ways, you know, that you can save filament and like try to recycle it. You know, but with experience comes filament saving. You know, all these things. So yeah. So look at that. That's looking really cool.
It's just these rings I'm worried about now. So maybe throwing some supports underneath those is a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like the angle is important. Like you have to like turn it and then turn it on the other axis. So it's all like this. There are no parallel lines to the bit. That is the tip. So everything comes out like cleaner. And for small things, go to like 0.03 layer height. You'll be surprised. It is so much better.
Let's see. Let's slice. Do it again. All right. Excited for the arm, Mysterio, Woody, fast. Yeah, that is. I'm this artillery Hornet. I got 2 prints off of it so far. I tried the print and place sword. It kind of worked. I gotta just break. I gotta somehow. Part of it extends, but I gotta. I guess keep flicking it.
Love it.
I don't know. I gotta get like a knife or a razor in there and kind of loosen it up. But
Dangerous.
it worked. Oh, that broke. Oops.
I'm trying to do my best here with the chevrons. It's tricky. But once that is dry, it will be such a strong bond that I can even stretch it all the way to the other side and just glue it on that seam. You know, so you don't have to worry about that much glue. Because that is the worst thing about epoxy resin glue, you know, it just takes so much time to glue things, you know, because it's like a little bit at a time. And, you know, we don't have, you know, until eternity.
Go in. Just stabbing my hands with scissors. Watch watch Frank stab himself in the hand live on YouTube.
Oh shit.
Frank.
See, I messed up there. Now it's gonna get really messy.
Like the first two came out fine. It's just the smaller ones, the tolerances, I guess. I'm actually thinking they started as it built up and got taller, they fused near the back. You know. I did everything I was supposed to. If I can just get the middle to pop down, I can then crush in the rest. I definitely like the kind of stream setup you have going too, where you work at the camera for you to focus on your work. That's the type of stuff I definitely want to try to do once I get my garage set up. Is multiple camera angles and like I have much better Wi-Fi and internet than I ever did in England, so I can really play around with.
Yeah, that's so important. You know, having the Wi-Fi spots.
Better streaming capabilities.
Yeah, this is just 720p. It is great because it's a Sony camera. It's very important.
Ha. But it printed in a really nice quality, so I can't be mad about that.
Yeah. What is the
the printer?
What's the silliest thing you've printed? Like the silliest, like the thing that you were like, this is not a problem. This is not just for fun, you know, just for like, for the sake of it.
Just like the silliest thing?
Yeah, like what's the silliest thing? Like a keychain or I don't know. Like something for the kitchen or I don't know.
An Iron Man suit?
No, that's silly. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to use a flathead or something, G.
The urge not to say something inappropriately now. Yeah.
I really was looking forward to pulling it off the printer and just going wham and then it coming out, but that didn't happen. Yeah. But hey, you live and you learn.
Alright.
Oh, so it didn't add any supports to those. Interesting.
Let's see. Do you have a long flathead screwdriver you can try open with?
I don't want it to be that wide though. See, that's better. Yeah, see, that I can live with. I like that. That works. And then as it builds, the ring has something to grab onto. No, it still builds like all weird and stuff. It'll do. It looks like it'll survive better than the other ones.
That's good.
If I mirror it, will it mirror the support setting too?
You know what I might do?
It does. Hey, that's pretty cool.
Nice. Guys, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna work on the Mjolnir tonight. You know, I don't want to stretch it. I don't want to work too like. I don't want to force anything, so I'm just gonna work on the hammer today, and I'll do like a separate one for the batons when I solder it, because I need my helping hands and all that. So I definitely didn't have time to set up the table for soldering. and I need to figure out what to do with those rods. So I'll do another.
Yeah, I have to. Unfortunately, I can't stay for the entire stream, the 2 hours. We are currently renovating downstairs, doing some new floors and stuff. So it's been a busy day. So I have to allot time to that too, because I go back to work tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So we need to get a lot done
Oh
today.
yeah. Are you excited to kind of like start
Yeah.
working in the States again?
I can't wait to do like nice video reveals of like the finished spaces once all my props and stuff get here and all the
Yeah.
printers are here, and yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be so
Yeah,
fun.
me too, man.
Uh,
Like the
Frontier
content now, like it was great before, but now it's just gonna be amazing because you're more comfortable now in the States, bigger space, bigger workshop, bigger things to do.
Oh, I can adjust those settings, can I? Oh, I did it. Oh, wow. Look at that.
You
No!
did it? Amazing.
No, it did all of them. Oh, no. Oh, stop it. Ah, what did I do? Move on. Thank you.
Are you using Chitterbox? Yeah, right.
Yeah, shoot about
I think we have to move to what was it, Leacher or something? It was a new slicer. Chitterbox is giving people a lot of issues. I hate the way they do the gizmo. It just moves wherever, like whenever you move the piece or rotate it, it loses, like the gizmo disappears. And
Yeah, it's odd. It's working. It's just some parts I need to add to some supports too. And oh yeah, that's a much better. It's the first layer, that first green layer. I'm taking a look at, making sure everything looks like it's gonna stick. That's my big problem is the adhesion of it, but it's starting to look much better.
Nice.
That first layer is your money maker.
Yeah. It is.
That's it. So that starts to go. That might work. I guess we'll find out, huh? All right, cool. Yeah, I have to pack it in,
Nice.
Henry. I gotta get back downstairs.
That's all right, man. Like, thank you so much for joining. Yeah.
No, dude, I would love to do one of these again, especially once I can do like a little demo while you're doing
like
it. We can do some
both
electronics.
working. I can just switch between the screens, and like they can get info from both of us, like after work
Yeah,
and stuff.
it'll be. And then I would love to have you on mine. That's another thing I
love
really
that
want to start
too,
doing
man.
is doing stuff like this and pulling you guys over to mine, collaborations,
Yeah.
and yeah, big plans, big
Oh
plans.
yeah, man. Well,
So,
thank you so much. If you don't know, the way to you kind of quit the live stream is just by hanging up on Skype, and that's it. So guys, thank you so much, Frank. Give it up to Frankly Built.
Thank you, man.
Follow him. He's
and
amazing. Yeah.
If you guys made it over here from my channel or my Instagrams or everything, make sure you follow this dude because
thank you, man.
his Mjolnirs, all of that are in his Stormbreaker files. But I still need to print your Stormbreaker. I want to get a variety going. So
I have to repaint that one too.
let's see.
But yeah, like.
All right, thank you, man.
Thank you.
You have a good day, and thank you guys for tuning in. I really
Yeah, and
appreciate
have
it.
a great time at work tomorrow, man, and like have a great time building the house and stuff.
Yeah, I'd much rather be at home renovating than going to work. So
Well,
you take it
you
easy.
too, brother.
Bye, guys.
man. Hey guys, so that was Frankly Built with you all. He's just an amazing guy, isn't he? He's got so much fun stuff to tell you, and he's done so many things. Like he always blows my mind. Yeah, so basically, what I'm going to do now is glue all this around, and hopefully we can just finish gluing the hammer, and you can see what it looks like once finished. That's a pretty good goal for tonight, don't you think? And then I'll do the soldering, I don't know, like on Wednesday or something, you know. Maybe I can have another guy, or like Off Earth, or somebody else, or just me. Alright. Let's take the pommel off. Bye, Jeet. Have a good one, man. So, the pommel needs to come out. Alright. But this is looking incredible so far. I'm loving how it's looking. There we go. It's coming out. It's so snug. But I think I'm going to wait until this fully dries. Oh, sweet. You'll see how epic this whole handle looks once all the leather bits are glued. So yeah guys, I'll be able to read the chat now more. I was paying a lot of attention to Frank, so I couldn't read a lot, but yeah, any questions and stuff, always feel free to comment. Oh, there we go. Came out. Nice. So that's the pommel. And now we can do these last two. I think I'm going to do this one directly. So this one. Thank you for all the YouTube the new subscribers. Are you sure the handle is a metal? Looks amazing. Thank you, Pete. It isn't. It's the Lumalaster. It's the paint they used to to paint the Iron Man armors and things at Legacy Effects and different studios all over the world. It is expensive. I'm not gonna lie, but it's so worth it, and it goes a long way. It lasts so much. It lasts so long. So definitely worth investing in a good 8 ounces can of Lumalaster. And if you get it in the States, it's not really expensive. Right, it is expensive here. In fact, you can't get it in Spain. But Sam from Imperial Surfers helped me, to get it. Alright, glue, there you go. Trying to do this one a bit quicker. So, this is the epoxy glue. It's 1:1. One part of A to one part of B. It stinks, so make sure you have your respirator on. Health, oh geez. Try not to get it on your fingers. Health is important, guys, so try and do your best when it comes to protecting your lungs. So I have a respirator on, I have the window open, and I have a fan blowing the bad stuff away out the window. So I'm gonna take another one of these. I love this hammer. Like the 3D model turned out so well. You can see now, like it's just so good. Not to flex, but I'm really proud of it. Yeah, this was my 3rd 3D model of the hammer, so might as well be somewhat good at this point. Because if it isn't, then I gotta retire. Trying to get it all the way to that edge. And this here. Be patient with epoxy glue. It is a bitch. So just take your time. Make sure you do it right. So this goes there, and now this one. And in fact, I have to cut that little corner, snip it, All right. There we go. And now with this guy, just push it in. And now this goes on top. And down. If we get like any glossy spots of glue, it's okay. We can always bring that down with oil paints, with like a black oil wash or something similar. Don't tell you, it looks way better than the one in the movie. I'm hoping. I think it is a bit more functional because you can disassemble it. You know, you can spin it around without pieces coming off. And it's not because it's all glued well. It's because it's designed for that. Hoping to get into the movie industry soon. It is one of my big dreams. So we'll see, 2020 definitely has brought me a lot of good stuff. I've grown a lot on Instagram as well. Not as much as Frank, but I've grown too, and a lot of progress, when it comes to painting and designing, and met a lot of cool people. So, that's the end goal, right? Having a lot of fun. I wouldn't trade any of it. All right. We can start now wrapping around. That's what it looks like so far. I love the contrast of the sheens, the metallic on top of the matte. Lovely, right? So now we can start with the first one on the bottom. How can I do this? Maybe like so. And now this is the tricky part. You have to make sure that it's well flush with the other end. So you're gonna have to hold it for a bit. I'm gonna try to hide that seam as much as possible. Even better than that. So yeah, let's try it out. Gonna put this over here. And I'm gonna put some glue. In fact, let's just roll this around like so, and I'm gonna put some glue on there. I think we can do this before the end of the live stream. I was hoping to do everything. No, can't. Too much stuff to do. What thickness of leather? It was like 1 millimeter or so. Yeah. It is fake leather. Fake leather is easier to use, that's why I chose it over real leather. And also, animal. So I'm going to do 2 at a time. Again. Or maybe... No, let's see. If you get stuff on your hands, try not to touch anything. Alright, that's well stirred, combined. And now for the... In fact, I'm going to use a toothpick to kind of spread it better, because also we have to try and put some glue on that piece of fake leather as well. So I have toothpicks, and this will help me get it all the way in. See, the right tools, man. That's what it's all about. Who would have thought that a simple toothpick would allow me to make this perfect, like this perfect joint here. In fact, I'm going to do this first. Let's put that on there inside. So let's see. There we go. And now I'm going to get another toothpick to push that in. Definitely trickier than I expected. Oh yeah, and all this has to go in. Yeah, so kind of back, because this doesn't have glue. That's the that's why we're doing this as well, so I can easily put that in there. Yeah, you see? Boom, as easy as that. And I want it to go in there because this way you can hide that it's different, you know, separate pieces instead of just one. There we go, it looks great. And I might jump in and cover the seam in glue and then weather it with oil paints, and that will kind of disguise better. But like, this is a really clean joint, like really happy with it. Kind of roll it like that, get it even. Like, we could have done better with that. There we go. As always, the important thing is that, you know, there's not a lot of glue going around everywhere, you know. Double gloves, yeah. Yep. That's a great tip. I always do that. This is turning out surprisingly clean. So yeah, but yeah, I always change the gloves like multiple times. Oh, clean. Go. So you can always move this up and down since it's not really glued. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and mix less, you know, little amounts of glue. So this way we're not wasting any. Look at that. That's beautiful. Can you guys see the seam? Now this one's turned out a little bit worse than this one. But also, it's okay to have a seam, you know, it's how it's supposed to be. In the movie, it's 3D printed, and I've done that before. But and it's 3D printed so we wouldn't have the seam. It's like magical leather, yeah. And I've done that before, but the feel is it's just nah. It's so much better when it's a real thing. So I could also make them out of silicone. That will work too. Hey Brittany, how you doing? Everyone say hello to Brittany, the queen of the live stream. If you get glue on a surface, just spread it, and you will turn it, you know, a bit more matte. I'm gonna up the ISO. There we go. All right, let's continue. So next two, right? Yep. Change the cut. We'll turn it upside down or right side up, so we can use the inner. Try to recycle or try to reuse as much as you can. Oh, that's a lot. I shouldn't have used that much. Yeah, I shouldn't have. So I'm gonna try to do like cut that in half or something and take half of it and join it where the other one, the part B is. I just put too much glue on there. So I'm gonna take half of it, yeah, and mix it right here. And again, toothpick. Try to put some glue on the actual fake leather here, on this edge. On that side, try not to spread it on the top. Yeah, so let's do this one first. Amazing. Pull a little bit. There we go. There it is. Oh, oh shit. Try to spread it thin this way. If this one dries, it's totally fine. There we go. I'm going to keep stretching it until it meets that, and also we're going to do this one at the same time, because why not? Stretch it. Yeah. Maybe I'm gonna take this one off. I will repeat that. Let's just focus on this one. We're gonna do one at a time, okay? It's fine to do one at a time. I'll try not to touch that. Let's change the glove. Both. Or not just one. I'm really happy with this second one. See if we can get all of the rest of them to look like that. Alright. Now, let's do another one. So first off, I want to try and know if I can stretch this one enough so that it reaches this end. I think we should be able to. Maybe I accidentally cut this end, or it's just a bit too short, I don't know. But let's put some glue on there and try again. This is better. Definitely. Okay. Just trying to hold it there. We'll figure out a way to fill those in. Okay, that one's pretty good. I wish I had a laser cutter, so this way I could cut them perfectly. That'll be one of my next machines, you know, if I ever have the space for it. Okay. So far, oof, it feels great. So far, so good. Just a little bit of overlap there. Yeah. But pretty happy. Next one, let's fit it first, see if it works, do any adjustments that we need to do to it, and then actually do it. You know what I mean? Like first we test. See, this is kind of needs to go all the way in. Okay. Let's see. Perfect. I should have allowed for a little bit more to overlap, even a little bit. But you know, that's how you learn. By failing. Okay. Let's mix it in. And glue it. So you know, this is a tedious process, right? There are no shortcuts. But I can't wait to put this on the hammerhead and see. Damn. And super glue will be bad to glue these with because it doesn't leave you enough time to move around and make sure it's in the right position. It will just boom, glue, and then you fail and you get that for the rest of your life. We can even wait a little bit until it becomes tacky, and that's when we know it is ready to glue. This way we don't have to wait and hold it, you know. So we use this toothpick. So. Are you guys ready? Oh yeah, this one's amazing. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait until it's tacky, and that's when we act. And we act quick. Just keep these together. Flush these. And see, if you press them flush, that will hide the seam a lot better. Here for it, bro. Yeah, that's right. So far my best seam, I think. So we're getting better, that's good. Wonderful. Even gonna change this one, I think. So far, so good. Halfway through. That's a terrible scene. I might try to redo that one later on. Yeah, it's kind of sticky. I'm gonna put on another glove. Or two more. I hate gluing pieces. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo that. The third one. Oh, it looks terrible. Nothing worse than trying to put on a glove with sweaty hands, and the gloves make your hands sweaty, so it's kind of a full circle thing. Alright. Got clean gloves now. Perfect. Okay. Next one. Okay, it definitely can go there. I think I can do two at the same time. What do you say? Let's try not to get any glue on the gloves. Although it's tricky when you do more than one at the same time. Alright, that's part A. Oh. That's part B. I know this is the same thing, it's hideous, but I can't solder today. I don't have my helping hands. I'll set it up for a different day, and then we can finish that, because I do want to at least show you how I do one of the batons. Let's do two. So first one. And second one. I'm starting to regret this, but we'll see how it goes. The corners, that's the most important thing. Now we wait a little bit, and we try not to mess up. Are you guys nervous? Ooh. Look at that, it looks horrible, this one. Looks pretty horrible. We can check if it is getting tacky. It is. Still not there. You definitely don't want to try it with your finger. Don't test it with your finger, because then you'll get your glove dirty with glue. You don't want that. Alright. So, okay, now we can start. So first one. That's in there pretty well. Second one. And now we kind of use our toothpicks to get them in there. And the corners as well. And this one goes in there as well. Guide it. There we go. Beautiful. We did it. Guys, we did it. And now, get this as flat as you can. And this can still go a little bit further. And this can even go back a little bit. Oh, perfect. Pull back a little bit and get that flush. Pull back and flush. Look at those two perfect seams. That's beautiful. Everyone yesterday painted it and put on a leather belt on. Yours looks awesome, and I want to make another one with your colours. Thank you, man. That's good. That's a good trick. Use an old belt. Look at it. Yeah, I mean, the cuts were not perfect, but it works. I mean, yeah, it's alright. It's as it was supposed, as it's supposed to be. Not magical, just messy, handmade. Because I did trim them a little bit. Alright, let's do 2 more. Alright. I like it, and it feels great. Oh, that's definitely stuck. Gonna Again, try not to get any glue on your gloves. And now you mix. So thankful for the respirator. This way I don't get cancer. It's important, you know. We're closing in 2 hours. Yeah, I would think in half an hour we'll be able to glue, or 45 minutes we'll be able to glue everything and show the finished hammer. Alright. Okay, so this one and this one. Hey, do you see that thread of glue? Hey, I messed it up again. Oh. There we go. And again, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait until it's almost dry. It's kind of like contact cement, but stronger. Makes a stronger bond, but you can wait a little bit, and then when it's tacky, glue the pieces. I wouldn't do this same process with any regular piece. I will just, use as much time as I can to move it around and make sure it's on the right spot. But since this is tedious to kind of hold and stuff, better to just do it right one time and let it, stick. I'm gonna take this big, oh, and over there, or clean it. Now let's wait a little bit. I'm getting fuzz all over the place already. And we'll check. Oh, that's hard already. We'll check with this. Getting there. All right, we can already glue these guys. Oh, I touched a little bit. Again. Oh shit. First one. It's on there. Second one. On there. And oh yeah, this process is much easier. Look at that. Both. Thank you for subscribing. Also, you guys can donate if you want to. No one there's no one making it possible for you, but oh yeah. And now again, with the toothpick, we're going to make that flush all the way there. And this guy, glue it. Make the seam as even as you can. That way the light won't get trapped in there and you won't see that it's just there's a seam. Did you cut the straps out yourself? Yeah, I did. I'll show you in a bit. So I actually modeled templates and printed them. See? There's a template, you can put it on, trace it, cut it out, repeat. This is for the first one there, and this is for the last one here. Easy, using 3D printing to make our lives easier. That's what it's all about. Oh. Right. Wow, these came out beautiful. So yeah, I did cut the straps out, and also I did make this one. That one's a bit more complicated, but maybe one day I can make a tutorial on how to do that one. Okay, last two. I'm gonna do this one and then that one there. It's on the other side, so I don't wanna get my fingers again with glue. Alright, let's mix a little bit more. Well, that is well stuck. All right. Let's take another one. Let's get this mixed again, and we're almost done, guys. Thank you for your patience. I know this is boring as fuck to watch, you know, on a live stream, because there's no editing, none of that can help you, you know, or kind of like not bore you to death. But so, you know, we don't have that kind of magic here. Unfortunately, this is a live stream, and I didn't have enough strength to edit tutorials, so that's why I did it. Less work for me. Da-da-da. And now we wait. Oh no, we spread this first. Get it into that corner. That's where I'm most having issues with. Fantastic. We wait for a little bit. This one and then that little piece, and we're done. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of repeat this. Maybe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, I can. Oh yeah, perfect. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna repeat that one. Almost. Here we go. That's flipping right. Stick a clean one. Oh yeah. Keep pushing. Another perfect seam. It seems that's the correct way of using this glue. You wait for it when it's, you know, until it's almost dry. Yeah, perfect pouring, and we're so relaxed and yet engaged. That's amazing, Jack. Thank you. All perfect. Takes time and makes me feel good watching another perfectionist at work. That's right. I couldn't agree more with that, man. It's very, also, yeah, it's very relaxing. Well, there we go. Boom. Let's do this one that I kind of released. See, if I had put glue all over it, I wouldn't have been able to repeat this one. So yeah, just glue where you need it. Don't glue everything, you know. It's not gonna give you room for trial and error and these things. So how about we do this one and then we do that one all at the same time? Okay, all at the same time. That's what I want to hear. Oh yeah, the last ones, Jesus, they're so beautiful. Yeah, they're so beautiful. Look at that. And I've been only using one cup for everything. That's the goal. So you don't waste. You guys are going to be so satisfied when you see the whole thing glued. And the rest we have to do is trivial. Just, in fact, I'm not even going to glue the handle onto the hammerhead. You'll see. I'm going to clamp it. Okay, this looks like it's spread correctly. So again, leaving that on there. Maybe we can't do both at once because it's on the opposite side and I don't want it to touch the table. So let's do this one more time. Yeah. No. I'll just do it late after this one. Trust me. Mm-hmm. Look at that. In fact, yeah, let's go back a little bit. Perfect. And now, again, we help it in there. Now that is a perfect scene. Down a little bit. So this guy is down. Look at that. Much better. See, like what we were saying, you know, we were saying this earlier. When you do things the second time, the third one, you get to really get to know them and perfect the methods. Oh, you know. So don't be afraid of failure. I'm much happier with that now. We'll probably weather that. There are some gaps that I want to cover, like there. There's a big gap that I wish I could take a little bit of material and put it there. Maybe I can, I don't know. There's a gap there, but you know, with black oil paint, barely noticeable. And oh yeah, it feels great. Let's glue that last one, and I promise you guys, that is it for the leather, like until the end of the stream, like probably for a long time. Yep, perfect. So let's do this one more time. See, I rotate the cap, I go like in and then on the bottom. That's a little blob. And then we assemble it. Let's change the logs again. That is thoroughly mixed. Mhm. Also, remember that you have a 50% discount on my shop for all the files that I sell, not just the hammer. So, yep, while you're here, you can have a look at the shop. It's etsy.com/shop/Henry3D Creations. The discount will end tomorrow. So you have the hammer, you have the axe with LEDs, without LEDs, and smoke. The Stylo blasters with or without LEDs. The Black Widow batons with and without LEDs. Yeah, a lot of LEDs in there. So if you definitely want to step up your game and try something new with files that are just a treat, you'll see they're an experience more than files themselves. I think there's some people in the chat that can vouch for this. They're an experience, and that's what I care about, you know. I don't care about making sales, I care about making experiences, you know, and helping people, you know, experience something, learn something. It's more than just an object. It's a learning experience. It's something that you make your own, you know, and then we chat and like we discuss things and how it can be better, where things went wrong, where things went right. You know, that's why I have the shop, because I have connected with so many people that it becomes something more than just a shop, you know. Go check out the shop and check out the reviews and see what people think as well. Some people post pictures even, which I love. They do that so I can have some feedback, some visual feedback. And that's done for the handle. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Jack, thank you, man. Oh, look at that. Oh boy. That is very clean. We can maybe snip off some of these. Yeah, and glue that to okay. Enough of the nonsense. Let's change the gloves. And let's bring the hammerhead here. Zoom out. You're gonna need all the screen that you can. I weathered the hammerhead today, so it's kind of fresh. So the less fingerprints that I put on it, the better. Da-da. So this is the pommel, which I also weathered today, and it goes in like so. There's only one way you can go because of the key. There we go. And also we don't need to glue it, but I might do it. Look at how good it looks. And the handle here curves out a little bit, and this is a thing that I do. It's not like that, but I think it's just a nice touch that it just spreads out like that towards the end. Let's cut a little bit off here. Perfect. So beautiful. And now let's bring this guy. And to do this right, we have to use the Allen key. It's the other way. Okay. Yeah. There we go. A little lower. Okay. There we go. So now this isn't even glued either, so we just slide that in. Until it meets. And now, I don't know if you guys can see, but it has to go through there. Okay. Oh, love it. Jesus Christ. So I'm going to continue with the Allen key. Ah, this can go down even further. That's why. Thank you for the subscription. There we go. Now it's gone through. Alright, so we have another nut that I'm gonna place there and start screwing with my hands. There we go. That's perfect. And now this will lock the strap and everything in. That looks so epic. What is that colour called? Smoky silver or something? No, that is Alumalaster by Imperial Surface. Is the paint they used to paint the Mandalorian armor, and so many more. The Iron Man suits, the actual hammers. See? And now it doesn't move. It doesn't need any glue. You can disassemble it. Yeah, it's perfect. There we go, that is clamped. This piece holds everything together like a sandwich. And now we have our disc, remember? And that goes, of course, in there, like so. So we are going to glue that, but we could also use a magnet and just put it in there and boom. But I'm going to use hot glue, probably, because it doesn't hold as strong, and I can always take it. I can always take it off really easily. So now we have two options. If we want this to be spinnable, so you can spin it around, I would definitely glue the disc, and I'll also have to glue that pommel cap that I have here, and that of course fits in there like so. Boom, right? And that covers it. So I think we're going to glue. Yeah. Am I going to make this disassemblable? Probably not. So I can choose and glue the nuts as well. And therefore I can spin around freely, not having to worry about anything. Alright, so okay, let's glue this, huh? See the hand in there, look at that. It's beautiful. Okay. Let's glue this one first. And there, so I have my cut with glue. Just gonna do a little bit. And I'm gonna glue both the nut and the pommel cap because I don't want to disassemble this, you know. It fits in a suitcase well, so I'm not bothered. Or maybe I'm gonna... Damn, now I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna glue the disc with epoxy and the other one with hot glue. So I'm just going to put a little bit there, and also here. I don't need to use a lot of glue, you know, just a little bit. It's not going to go anywhere. It can only go one way because there's a key there. So just align it like so. And press a little bit. And there we have it. And it has the, you know, the diameter that spins, you know, that little highlight reflection, whatever you want to call it, as if it was milled out of steel. Let's put this on top, and maybe we have enough for the cap. So yeah, no hot glue. I'm just gonna go crazy and use epoxy. All right. Again, just press a little bit. And that's it. That's it for the hammer. Hammer is finished. I am gonna give it an oil wash to kind of hide the seams better tomorrow. But that's it. It's a really cool Mjolnir. Oh man, it feels incredible. It's a little bit sticky still. I'm gonna have to do something like about that tomorrow. But look at it. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful, right? Look at it. Take care, man. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna end the live stream here. Yeah, that's a cool. That is the best looking Mjolnir I've ever done. Look at that. Look at how it spins. That reflection. Jesus, it's so cool. All right. Until next time, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me to get today, and thank you for talking to Frank and me. And yeah, I'm just so pleased with this hammer. Like, I've never made anything like it. This is precious, and because it's the hammer, it is the first, like, the original weapon, Thor hammer. You know, the original weapon, Thor weapon. Yeah. It holds a special place in my heart. I'm going to show you the references again, so you can see. This is what we were looking at, and this is what we have. So I'm so pleased, like so pleased. It is practically the same. So yeah, really happy. And we did the turned steel look, brushed steel, oil washes, alcohol, ink washes, resin and FDM print, the little strap, pretty much everything. Bye Jack, take care man. So even the disc looks better than that one, I think, in my opinion. So yeah, thank you guys. I'm gonna take this off.
Oh, thank you for tuning in, and I'm gonna do the batons. I might do them. I'll do them throughout the week, so I might do them on Wednesday or Thursday, okay, or even Tuesday. So yeah, stick around for that, and I'll see you then. Bye.